Welcome to Aceholdsthespace, radio podcasts, where your community become its own stars.
Hello, welcome Elizabeth. Thank you so much for coming and chatting with us. It's just so happens that we're next door neighbours, aren't we? Right now, in where are we? Torrington Town Hall.
Yes, at volunteer services event.
Fabulous, yeah. And we've got TTVS here. We've got Sunrise. We've got quite a crew, haven't we? We've got Southwest Water and Morrison's, and we've got One Small Step, and of course Aceholdsthespace is here, holding the space for a little bit of audio recordings to reach out on community radio so other people can know that we're here. And that's why we're here, and that's why it's nice to do these little audios as well, so that people can hear us. And it's a little bit more for people that can't come to these sort of events. It's nice for them to be able to listen. So yeah, welcome. Thank you, Elizabeth. So what brings you to the town hall today?
I'm representing Torrington and Community-Food-bank. We are open on Tuesday mornings and Saturday mornings from 10 till midday at the Baptist Church in New Street, Torrington. And we aim to help those who live in and around the Torrington area. We supply food for those in need. You don't have to have any recommendation. You can just turn up, and for the first 3 visits, we don't need any proof of hardship. But on the 3rd visit, if you want to come again, then we do need some sort of proof of hardship. It can be anything. It could be a universal credit statement, some other benefit statement, bank statement showing you're overdrawn, or something that would just show us that you're having a tough time. We use our discretion, and we give out certain parcels for single person, couples, families. We also have a table in the church that has stuff that's near its sell-by date or donated fresh stuff that has to be used quickly, or a few odd items, and that's open to anybody on the Tuesday and the Saturday. Anyone can come in and have what's on the table, so it's like a sort of community fridge without the fridge.
It sounds like really community orientated. And what do you get from doing this? I mean, what's your typical day?
It varies from perhaps 1 or 2 people come to perhaps 8 or 9 people, and then it gets very busy. There are 3 of us on duty at any time. We're a good group of friends and colleagues. We all get on well, and we love helping the community. We supply cleaning equipment, sanitary towels, nappies sometimes if we've got them.
Wow.
So there's all sorts of things that we can get for people.
This sounds wonderful. Elizabeth, has it been more of a challenge lately? Has there been more people requiring your support?
Yes, there are more, obviously because of the situation at the moment.
Yeah.
So we get people coming more often, and we've got newer people coming, but it's creeping up. I wouldn't say that it's a torrent or a flood of people, but I imagine that by Christmas we will have a very large amount, and we will be very busy, and we rely very much on donations, both financial and food-wise. And for those who want to donate food, we have a food basket in the Co-op and Lidl. And if anyone wants to donate money, you can always get in touch with the Food-bank, and we can give you the details from the treasurer how to donate financially. Or if you want to donate, if you're a community and want to donate, you can gather up a few things and come in on a Tuesday and a Saturday when we're open.
Lovely. Thank you. Perfect. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Before you go, would you do me a very tinsy-wincy little favour? Go on. The challenge of the day is to write something that is free. Write only one of these little notes.
Go for a walk and find something to eat on your walk.
Fabulous. Any tips at all that anything you'd like to say?
Dandelions make absolutely fabulous salad vegetables, and the dandelion root, if you go on the internet, there's the most wonderful walnut and dandelion root salad you can make. It does mean soak in the root.
Okay.
There's lots of apples around at the moment falling off everybody's trees.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time out. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Hey, so your name's Charlie?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to Aceholdsthespace. Thank you so much for being here and taking time out to speak to us today.
Yeah.
How are you managing through the challenges, how things are at the moment? How are you managing your well-being, would you say? Do you have any tips, things that you do when you're a bit bored?
Yeah, I like riding my bike a bit. I like going out with my auntie, just spending time out in the woods as well, and like just at home, chilling as well.
Do you know what, Charlie? You sound like a really, really balanced, healthy person, because I think a lot of us don't go out in nature enough. And that's what Aceholdsthespace is all about. We're going to try and big up nature. We're going to say, get out in nature, because nature's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've got a good handle on everything, and you're keeping well.
Yeah, I also do like Torrington Scouts, so we do some stuff like camping as well, and lots of outdoor things as well.
Beautiful, that's really great. Now, I've got a challenge for you, Charlie. What I'd like you to do is think of one thing that is free, which is free of charge.
Free of charge.
Yeah.
Walking.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. Would you mind, before you go today, putting that up on our board and putting it on a little note, because that's our little board up there.
Yeah.
I know that the listeners can't see the board, but there is a board, and you can choose a coloured box here. And if you put walking on there, and we can put that up on the board, because it's all about flipping the script, isn't it? Flipping the script into positive thinking. So if we focus on solutions, the solutions get bigger. If we focus on the problems, they get bigger. So it's all about our focus and where we're at. So thank you so much for coming today, Charlie. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. Thank you. Is there anything you want to say before we go? It's going to go on Instagram, TikTok maybe?
Just think about maybe go outdoors if you have nothing to do, and just have fun outdoors as well. Thank you for letting me be on your podcast.
Oh, lovely. You're going to check us out on Aceholdsthespace, won't you? That's lovely. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye.
Bye, Charlie. Bye. Okay. Hello, Margaret.
Hello to you. Who am I speaking to then?
My name's Roshani. Welcome to Aceholdsthespace. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time out to speak to us today about well-being and the cost of living. Is there anything that you would like to say straight off the cuff? How we can support ourselves through these challenging times?
I think we've got to have a very positive mindset ourselves. There's no use sitting at home and worrying, twiddling your thumbs. Get out, motivate yourself, integrate with other people, talk. Talk is the main thing. People get so sit at home and they get worried about things and they fear things. Get out and talk to people. It makes them so much easier. Young people, in many ways, lost the art of conversation because they're so busy on their computers. And a couple of years ago, I had a young girl come and help me doing a Duke of Edinburgh's award.
Yes.
And she was lovely. And I think she enjoyed the company.
Yes.
And I enjoyed her company as well.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, with the My grandchildren are out down in Brighton, so I don't integrate much with them.
Yes.
It's lovely when I do see them.
So what brings you here today, Margaret?
I came in here for my coffee.
Lovely.
But the sunshine brings me out. Torrington's a good place to be in, and there's a lovely heart to it. Even although it's lost its black horse, it's lost its post office, but the people are still here. And the people in Torrington are very welcoming, I think.
And when there are people, there is community.
Absolutely. I'm 87 now.
Whoa.
And there's a lot going on I can integrate with. Knit and natter, but it's there. You can go to the library. Oh, there's lots of things you can get busy doing. You don't have to be alone.
No.
You don't have to be alone. Again, the television, people sit in front of the television all day. No, switch it off.
I know.
I don't switch it on in the first place. I limit mine till it goes on about 6 o'clock at night. That's it. Not tonight, because it's the Silver Band. 70 years since Torrington Silver Band started, and tonight's celebration, and I shall be there, as I always am.
It's good to hear, Margaret, how well you're managing your well-being.
I'm fortunate I'm still able to drive.
Fabulous.
It gives me a bit of freedom. My daughter lives in Bideford, a son that lives in Brighton, another son that lives in Bridgewater. All the three little bees. But they're not three little threes, they're three lovely ones. And they're very, very supportive all the time.
Fabulous.
And I think, again, family life is important. And I just feel sad that the families, the children with different fathers, there's no, I don't know, there's just something lacking. And
okay.
That sort of thing.
Well, if we stay together, we might find it.
And I am a great believer, Christian believer, and I think that helps tremendously. You've got something behind you. I'm never alone. God's always with me. He's on my shoulders. He's guiding me. I hope guiding me in the right direction. There's too much going on for young people. Sunday mornings, don't go to church because they've got football practice. You can't blame them.
So what you're trying to say, Margaret, is that if you have an element of faith, that really carries you.
It does. It makes all the difference. One of my neighbours recently has been in hospital for about 3-4 weeks. They moved him to a care home. Oh dear. And I prayed and I said, oh God, please bring him home. He came home this week. You see? I believe. Anyway, good luck to you.
Thank you so much for being here, Margaret. Would you mind doing one little thing for us before you go today?
I'll do it if I can.
It's a little challenge we're giving to everybody that comes on the podcast. If you could think of one thing that is free. One thing that is absolutely free.
Just one thing?
Yes, well, no, you can have a whole lot if you want. Choose a colour. Oh, look, you've chosen pink. And then we put it on the board behind us, and hopefully by the end of the day... Oh, look.
Free love.
Love.
Free love.
Oh, wonderful. Love is free. That's the top one. That's the queen of all of them, I think. So at the end of the day, hopefully, Margaret, we're going to have a whole board full of little notes like this saying what is free.
If we love one another, there wouldn't be all this trouble in the world, would there?
Agreed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure, Margaret.
Amen. Over and out.
Over and out. Thank you.
I'm used to being recorded.
Let's go for it. Let's just jump in.
Yeah.
Ooh, the water's warm.
Lovely.
It was a little bit chilly today.
I wish it was
isn't
a little bit warmer, but I've just had a lovely vegan roll thing. It's like a massive sausage roll, but the middle was huge. Right, from Sanford's, just round the corner.
Wow, so there we go, Salford,
Torrington.
We've got quite a little turnout here, haven't we? And they're walking past wondering what on earth are we all doing here with our tables, and shall we enlighten the listeners to let them know what we're doing here?
We could, yes. Let's hope I know.
Or should we just carry on chatting whatever we want?
Whatever we want, really.
It's our space.
It is.
So that's what Aceholdsthespace is about as well. We're about well-being, we're reaching out on platforms, but we're a little bit versatile. So, you know, there's no actual rules here, so you can actually say whatever you like. So,
oh, steady. That can be dangerous with me. Can be off on a tangent any minute.
Fabulous. Well, should I just give you the floor? I just won't ask you any questions.
I think we have a few things in common actually, because I have two businesses, and they are both actually connected to well-being in their own different ways. So one is the reason I'm here today at this cost of living crisis fair. I think that's what it's called, something like that. So that's my utility warehouse business, and I help people to save money on all their household things, and I help people to make money that fits around their lifestyle and their abilities. So it's really flexible, and I just love being able to do that and help people to save and help people to grow income. And my other thing is I run choirs for adults. So it's like grown-up glee club.
Ooh,
And there are no auditions, no music reading, there's no expectations. People can come just as they are. We're starting with people who have gone, I've never been in a choir before, I haven't sung anything since I was at school, or I've been told I don't have much of a voice. All those people are coming along a real level playing field, so everybody's just as important as each other. It doesn't matter whether you were sat next to someone who is a millionaire singing, you'd never know. They're just as nervous as you are to start off with. And we all work together. We have a lot of laughter. It's really important. I think it's a great addition to any kind of learning, is to be laughing, and we're having a laugh with each other. We're not laughing at each other. We're just having a great time making music together, and we go out and perform as well, ultimately. So that's the
fabulous. And what is it? Is it got a name, or is it just like a random, let's get together and sing?
No, it does have a name.
Okay.
And it's called Carry On Choir.
Go on.
And we have got 3 Carry On choirs now. So we've got 2 in Westwood Ho. We've just started a new daytime group there, as well as the evening. And then we also have another one in Aceholdsthespace on Wednesday nights. Growing really well. We've got over 100 members across the 3 groups. People from all walks of life, all ages are coming together and having a fantastic time. The sense of community is brilliant, and what that does for people's well-being is huge.
I agree with you. I enjoy singing myself, and I always know if I'm in a good mood if I'm singing in the morning.
Yep.
If I don't sing for a while, I start getting a little bit grumpy. It lifts your whole mood, doesn't it?
It does.
To sing.
Yeah, releases a lot of really good chemicals in the brain.
Tension, yes.
Yeah, and also, of course, you're using your lungs to their full capacity as well. So it's actually very good for anyone who's got any breathing issues, mental health issues. So if you're struggling with depression or anxiety, it's amazing what singing can do. You just said you sing when you're in a good mood. Well, what about, it's having the trigger the other way around? Can I think, I'm in a bit of a crap mood today?
Yeah.
Maybe I should put something on the radio or, on my phone and have a sing along with it.
Definitely.
To go the other way around and see if that singing actually changes our mood.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to ask you something.
Oh, go on then.
I don't think it's going to be a too difficult challenge for you.
Good, thank you.
I've got a little board behind me, and there's lots of words on here, and people are putting them up saying what is free. The new drive for Aceholdsthespace is, let's flip the script on this. Let's focus on the solutions, not the problems.
Yes.
You focus on the problems, they get bigger. If you focus on the solutions, they get bigger. So
that is very true. You really do get what you think about.
Yes.
So if you're thinking, oh my goodness, all my bills are enormous and my bank account is tiny, that situation is probably only going to get worse. Whereas if we focus on positive aspects, is really important for all of us. Gratitude. There's always somebody who's in the worse off position. So I always start my day thinking about what have I got in my life, and I'll write down 3 things. Just stopping to appreciate what I do have rather than thinking about the things I don't have.
I do that before I go to bed. Yeah, I say thank you for all the things that are
the positives in the day.
And the negatives sometimes, because sometimes those negatives they're for a reason. There's
Yeah,
usually a
that's true.
slant on it somewhere.
Yes.
There'll be some kind of gift there. Of learning.
Something's on the flip side of it,
Exactly.
usually, isn't it? Or we have to go through something to come out the other side and go, actually, now things are better because I have learnt from that and ditched that.
Yeah, because that didn't
moved
work
on.
out. I'm now
That
doing
didn't
this.
work out, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's been lovely. Thank you for joining us on Aceholdsthespace today.
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate your time. You've got lovely energy, and oh yes, the challenge. Would you write something that is free on a little piece of paper and put it on the board? Because it's about flipping the script. So some coloured. Oh look at that. Folks, Kathy has put kindness, and I think that is probably the most powerful thing on earth that there is. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, take care. Bye.
Hello. Hi. How is everybody?
Good.
Awesome. And who are you? What's your name?
Nate.
Nate. Lovely to meet you. And
Xande.
Xande. What a beautiful name.
Howi.
Howie. Fabulous. Lovely to meet you. Shall we say a little hello to Rage? Mummy's here as well. Where are we? We are
Great Torrington.
Great Torrington. Yeah, we're in the hall. And what were you doing here? What brings you here today?
Because we're saving water. We're saving water and how to not spend lots of money.
Amazing. So you're here because this is a cost of living thing, isn't it? And everyone's tightening the purse strings. Do you know anything about tightening the purse strings? You're probably not worried about that, are you? What are your main things that you think about, guys?
Saving water.
Lovely. And you?
Saving water.
Saving water. So we care about the planet, do we?
Yeah, I think electricity. Saving electricity.
And saving electricity.
Oh, absolutely. Because there's a lot of waste that happens on the planet, isn't there?
Yeah.
So we're trying to support.
We've got a book at home that's about rubbish, and then I like to save rubbish.
Yes, because we've got to do the recycle thing, haven't we? Do you do the recycle thing at home?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. And who does the cardboard?
Mum.
Mum. Who does the plastic? And who does the food scraps? Yay!
I eat all of them.
Oh, do you? Do you have any animals?
Yeah, we have a dog called Badger. Black and white, that's why.
You've got a dog called Badger, and he's black and white.
Yeah.
That's why he's called Badger, I say. Oh, lovely. Well, so what are you going to do with the rest of the day?
Well, they're going to a party. My parents are going to a party.
Quite late.
Okay.
And then I'm going on a bike ride with my dad, and then we might be going to Howi Skin Park, maybe.
Lovely. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Other boys and girls sort of your age, have you got any tips for them? Things that they could do to feel well? Yeah, you do.
So, I'm going to the hospital and saving money.
Anything else? Are there any hobbies? Anything that they could do so they could feel well in themselves?
I think going to the park because it's free. It doesn't cost any money, and you can have lots of fun there.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. Absolutely, Howie. Has anybody got any ideas of? Say that again, sweetheart.
Going on a bike.
Going on the bike makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, and skating.
Yeah. Have you seen our flip the script thing?
Yeah.
There we go. That's a skateboard, isn't it?
Yeah.
What we're doing at Aceholdsthespace, we're flipping the script. Now, script's called words. So we're thinking about positive ways of seeing everything that's going on and flipping the script. So, can I ask you boys to do something for me before you go?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wonderful. Would you all think of something that is free? So we've got these little coloured pads. You choose a colour And you want blue? There we go. You're green. You'll have yellow. Right.
All my favourite colours. Green blue my first, and then and then green my second, and then yellow my last.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now you see you've got some pens here. If you think of a word with something that's completely free, something that doesn't cost any money to do, and that is going to go up here. You see here? And we've got it on the wall here. We're flipping the script, you see? You see how we're doing it? Okay, so take your time and think of something free that doesn't cost any money to do. Playing, perfect. Going on a bike, perfect. What have you got, Howi? Yeah, beautiful. There we go. So did we flip the script today or what?
Yeah.
Yes. Well done, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mum. That's beautiful writing, Nate. Well done. And how old is Nate? How old are you, lovely? 5. And you're twins, you're both 5? Xande and Nate?
In year 1, Margarat, and then he's in year 6.
And how old are you, Howi?
I'm 10.
You're 10. Right, well, I think we did some really good work today. Thank you so much for contributing to making today great.
That's okay.
Blackberries, yes, you could write that down. Picking blackberries, and you can do as many of them as you like. Absolutely. Right, well, I hope you all have a wonderful remainder of the day, whatever you're up to. We're going to say goodbye to the podcast. We're getting a lot of ideas from these 3 wonderful young chaps here, with lots and lots of free stuff that we can do. We've got another one called Growing now, growing your own vegetables. And I'm sure we'll get a lot more. So until next time, goodbye. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody? Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Bye. So what brings you here, Tanya?
So I've come here today to raise awareness of a charity that I work for, which is based in North Devon, called Sunrise Diversity. We are working to celebrate diversity, challenge discrimination and change attitudes.
Whoa, that sounds big. It's coming with a big boom.
It does. Yeah, we're a very small grassroots charity with big ideas and big hopes. So yes, it's a big mission.
We usually start small. Aceholdsthespace was just a dream. It still is a little bit. We're only a small little initiative, but from a little seed we grow, don't we? And I don't think it's a matter of how quickly we grow. It's just all about how well we grow.
Yeah, actually, just making that start, isn't it? Making that start, starting the change. Being the change that you want to see as well in the world. It starts with us.
Oh, I love this. You're speaking my language, Tanya. I'm actually launching a little thingy myself today. It's called Flip the Script.
Tell me more about that.
And it's about focusing on solutions rather than the problems. Because when you focus on the solutions, they get bigger. If you focus on the problems, guess what? They get bigger.
Yeah.
So we've got a lovely gentleman, William, who's done a creative little thing. I'll show you here. He's done it with a skateboard. Flip the script. And if you change the script, we can change the future.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I wanted to mention it, because it links with what you
links
just
in
said.
with our sort of hope of changing attitudes and
Absolutely.
connecting people.
Tanya, we're here talking about well-being and the cost of living at Torrington Town Hall. Everyone can hear in the background, there's a lot of talking because there's a lot of us here. Hopefully I'll be able to cut out some of this background noise later in the edits. Have you got any tips that you could give us around how we can manage maybe cost of living or well-being, in the current climate, shall we say?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, people are under quite a lot of strain, and then listening to all this in the news is provokes quite a lot of stress as well. It's quite making people quite fearful, I think. So I think it's really important, even more important in times like this, to really think about your well-being and how to keep yourself well. I mean, for me, I find as long as I can get outside at some point during the day, that doesn't mean that I have to be on the beach or in the forest or anywhere that's going to take me ages to get to on a bus. But, some time outside, maybe in the park, really focusing on the trees. For me, it's focusing on the trees, maybe the shapes of the leaves, maybe looking at the sky, really trying to ground myself in nature. I think that kind of almost, well, for me, it rests my brain and helps me to sort of reset. And I think that's something that's accessible. Most people can find a tree or a beautiful plant to look at, something that they can really focus on. So yeah, that's for me, getting outside, getting in nature. That's my tip for well-being.
I think it's mine too. So if I was to ask you a challenge then, in that case, we're asking everybody a little challenge to find one word or one thing that is free of charge.
I mean, that's a really good point, because we're talking, as you say, we're here with the cost of living crisis, and and these things need to be accessible. With something that's free of charge, as I said, I think you could walk around a town, you could walk around any town in North Devon and find some nature, even in the gaps in the pavement, something that's growing through adversity, through the concrete, or you could look up at the sky. That's free of charge. Wherever we are, we could look up at the sky, and we could focus on the colours and the shapes.
I think it's become too much about money, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's more about living, so cost of living. I'd like to flip that script.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Connecting as well.
So there's no cost of living.
No.
There is actually a wealth, a richness of living.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, I really like that. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I just love doing this, and I love speaking to people and getting to know you. It's been really great.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's have a cup of tea after this or something. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for your contribution today, Tanya.
Thank you.
Aceholdsthespace, radio podcasts, where your community become its own stars.